Hello, lovers. Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Housewives. Let's get into it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey. 24-karat magic in the air. Sing it.
Yeah, you should sing it.
It's your song.
Trying to put me on blast.
Because it's your song.
And you're a good singer. I'm not, listen, I'm still learning the words.
Everybody, Justin leaves from here and goes straight to a gig and sings every Sunday. So don't try to lie and say you don't.
You just hit that high note.
I was just joking. Well, we have some shy singers in here, but we are not shy tonight.
Very talented.
Very talented. I guess we have to pay for it. Is that what we have to do?
Yeah, I want you guys to come check me out. I'm just playing. No.
Well, welcome back, you guys, back to another fantastic episode of Atlanta Housewives. I'm your host, English Cleveland, and I am joined by my favorite host of the evening.
Hi guys, I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me online and all social media at Athletic.
Hi guys, I'm Mo Classified. If you haven't followed me yet, I really don't know why, but follow me on Instagram, Twitter at MO Classified.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Jay Hart. You can find me on social media at It's Me Jay Hart. So make sure you guys follow me. Hit me up.
So this is episode 9, season 9, episode what? 4?
5.
I wish it was no, I'm just kidding.
Can we really be
Season 9, episode 5.
Episode 5, yep.
Shade Grenade. Let's get into the episode. It wasn't that much shade this week. It was more so grenade and what else? I guess political stuff, which was great to see on, and for them to cover. And it's kind of like we've kind of now it's fast forward to now, which that was taped before, and it's kind of like, what's going on anymore? Why aren't people still talking about it? Why aren't people still protesting?
Definitely.
Why aren't people still on social media, still trying to make change? Like, what did people forget?
I mean, it's always, just like social media, every time something major happens, like people, they go in at that, during that particular moment, but then it slowly dies down. And I think, and I'm glad, actually this episode is continuing to bring awareness to something that's so serious, because this is something that needs to be discussed every single day.
Right. Definitely.
So thankfully they did, bring it up now.
Right, and I think with the drama of the election, people have kind of shifted gears and are thinking about something different, but it's still going on every day.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe Donald Trump and him being elected president, maybe that just like threw us off for a loop.
And Christmas,
that's what I'm thinking.
And like the holidays and love, and like all of that. I mean, we did see the pipeline is now being halted, so that's a good change in society, and just for people that have been struggling and trying to fight every day for their rights, and why are they now all of a sudden being taken from them? And it's just silly and outrageous. So I'm glad finally Atlanta Housewives is showing a good light on something instead of all of the shade.
Yes.
So they should have changed the name from Shade Grenade into more so like a political name.
Yeah,
but that's just my opinion.
I agree. Yeah.
So the episode opened up with Phaedra and her and freaking Frack talking about them going to the DNC and about Congresswoman Wilson. In Florida, they want to chit-chat and have a round table and talk about exactly what we were just talking about. Black Lives Matter and, people being killed for basically no reason. And so I think, she's super fun, that Congresswoman lady. She's super
Her
cute.
outfits are horrible, though.
Oh my God.
Portia said she was looking forward to the hat, and the hat was like cowboy sparkle.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It would probably match like my eyeliner. I love it.
I can see you
Sorry,
wearing
she need
that
to leave
hat.
that outfit at Party City, where she got it from. But I
what
respect the
about
work that she
Portia?
does. She does some really important work, but the outfit got to go. I'm just saying.
Right, definitely. Okay, so what about Portia? How do y'all feel about her reasoning for being there? Was it genuine or what?
What, because of her grandfather?
No, I'm just saying, do you think she was there for the same reasons that Phaedra was there, or that she cares about the cause as much as Phaedra does, or
Most definitely.
You think so?
She does
I think
too.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, although she did bring up her, grandfather again. I think Portia is extremely smart, and just being a black woman, like you can relate to a lot of the things that's going on in our community as far as like on the issues with police brutality. Like everybody, and I feel like even people of other races, they have a connection to this situation because I feel like this has really unified our country to an extent. Everything that's going on, so I feel like Portia was definitely there for for a good reason.
Okay.
Seriously.
And Phaedra also talked about she is going to go visit Apollo while she's there.
I know,
Apollo.
it's crazy.
Which I knew they were going to be a to be continued, but I mean, it was good that, she was talking about it and that she had support from her friend, letting her know, call me right after. Right. They seem like they're on a good level of friendship, which we haven't got a chance to see in a long time on the show where two friends are genuinely friends. Right. I feel like since Candy and Phaedra, and we thought that was real, and it obviously wasn't. Right. Which we got a chance to talk to Candy this week. If you guys haven't checked out our interview, it was fantastic. Yes. So go on YouTube, check it out. Candy gives us a lot of great details, and she spills a lot of tea. So let me know what you guys think. Can we also see what the live chat is talking about so we can see if we have any feedback from any of our fans that have watched it?
Yeah, and I just wanted to comment on Phaedra and Portia because all season I've been questioning if that friendship was real, but I really did feel like tonight I got a glimpse of how close they really are.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was happy to see her be that support because I know, Phaedra's really going through it. She wants to be done. She wants this divorce to be over with. So it was nice to see that they are really genuine friends.
So speaking of divorce being over with, I read in the blogs this week, and this may not be true, but supposedly Apollo just filed for divorce this past week. So they were saying
I thought the divorce was final.
Exactly. So if he's filing for a divorce, the divorce obviously isn't final. Yeah. And the weird thing about it is like all of these like little things. I don't know. For me, Phaedra, nothing ever adds up. Remember when it was like she didn't have sex with that one guy from her, like she dated like back in the day, and Nene dated, and it was just like a weird motion. And then like with the Apollo thing, like obviously Mama Joyce outed her. She let her know like you could get a divorce if you wanted to. Yes. And then now her divorce to her is final. But then with Apollo like filing for divorce this week, what is like the truth? And we never get a truth from Phaedra.
Can you file, like if Phaedra already filed for divorce, can he file back? Like is that a way that you do it, or do you just sign the paper because she already filed for divorce? Like how is he filing again?
Right, and
maybe she didn't file.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Exactly, yeah.
But she's talking on screen saying, I want this to be done. So it's weird because if that's the case, how does that work?
Maybe because, I'm pretty sure this was taped months back or whatever, especially during the DNC. So maybe it was a situation at the time he didn't want to let go because she did mention in tonight's episode that she felt like Apollo was still trying to hold on. So now that, I guess now since it's more current, he is probably, he's agreeing that, okay, let's go ahead and make this final.
And so what now?
She already said in the blogs that it was final. So I don't. It's like
both parties have to agree with this in order for it to be final, right?
He could just sign. He doesn't have to file.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. He was probably holding off. So maybe he finally signed it now.
But why did he file if it's been done? Something isn't adding up, and I mean, hey, I don't care, but I mean, just don't lie to me. You ain't gotta lie.
You ain't gotta lie, Craig.
Right at all.
Or maybe she's thinking like the audience probably believes that's what she should be doing, so she wants to look good.
That's what I wonder.
I want to look good to the people. I don't want to look stupid. You know?
I totally agree.
Let me just make it seem like I've already filed and it's final and everything's good and I'm moving on with my life. And maybe she is the one that's really holding on, just like I don't really want to divorce him.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll never know with Phaedra.
Well, we will never know with Phaedra. All we will know is that she will quote Jesus till the day ends. Okay?
And we see where she got it from. That mother's prayer. I was like, I see where that Holy Spirit comes.
Right. I wish we could see what some of the people are talking about, how they feel about it.
Right. So then we cut to another dramatic scene of Kenya and Cynthia at a bakery shop learning how to bake a cake. And Kenya wants to make a cake for Matt.
Definitely.
What kind of cake does she want to make him?
A Gucci
cake, yeah.
With the Gucci belt, because he lost his belt.
Who,
a while back.
How young is this?
Exactly.
Like,
So
I know he's young, but to me, like, that just sounds
he's not
like...
that young. He's like, what, 30-something? He's in his 30s, right?
At least 30.
I thought he was young 20
Yeah, I
or
think
late
he's in his
20s.
28.
Yeah.
Like my
so
age.
at least 28, and then maybe a little older, maybe.
And she's
find out the man's
40,
age.
what?
How old is she?
She's
43?
40, right?
No, she's older than 40. She's
44.
probably like mid to later 40s. But
We're gonna
don't
get
quote
both.
me and don't
You
get
look up
mad.
Matt,
Don't
I
get
know.
mad, y'all.
She's 45.
Don't get mad. Oh,
She's 45.
She's
How old is
45.
She's 45, but she looks good, though. She looks
No,
amazing.
she
Like,
looks
you do
good.
that,
No,
Kenya.
she looks amazing.
So that's 20-year age difference. Wow.
What's Matt's last name?
Just put Matt Kenya's boyfriend age.
So Kenya,
Google will.
while we're pulling that up, Matt Kenya's boyfriend's age. While you're looking that up, Kenya did mention, which was very odd to me. She said she feels like she can learn a lot from Candy and Todd. I mean, maybe there's a different aspect of the relationship that we don't get to see.
Yeah.
But what is she wanting to learn from them?
Exactly.
Maybe because they're the only people that's still together. But did you notice this pattern in tonight's episode? Like, Kenya was saying that, I can learn a lot from their relationship, but it seems like, Candy is not pleased with their relationship as far as like, it possibly falling apart because they're working together. They really don't have time for, intimacy or anything like that.
I don't think she was displeased.
But she was complaining about it.
No, I don't feel like she was complaining.
Yeah,
Candy.
I don't think she was either.
Like
I think she's just like worried. Like, not really, not even worried, but just like aware that, they're...
It's possible.
Exactly. That there's something that could go wrong with being involved with Todd and the business at the same time.
Right. And then just the fact that they've witnessed all of these relationships. They've witnessed the head over heel stage, which probably that's what Candy and Todd may possibly be in now, maybe a little bit further. But it's just like they've witnessed all the stages of everyone's relationship. And just to see all these relationships coming to an end, it's like, this could definitely be us. So how will we make that not be us? How will we stop that? How will we...
I think, they're definitely, I think this, with them working together and spending so much time on their projects, that it's affecting their relationship, because as you can see, Mama Joyce had to, create this scene for them, to have personal time together.
Right.
Or whatever. And even Candy was complaining about Todd, not having this restaurant together or anything like that. So you can see she's really stressed out on the business side of things. So when you're stressed out on that part, that's definitely going to affect the personal relationship and you guys together. So I think it is some stress there.
Yeah.
Did you guys think that it was awkward and weird for Mama Joyce to set up that whole massage and dildo and rubbing? And first of all, Todd,
that was the shade right there. Yeah,
I think it was a big step for Mama Joyce.
So did I.
And she even shaded him though.
She did.
Shaded
She
him.
did.
She did.
Yeah.
That's shade because it's showing that you don't have time to set that up for your wife.
Right.
Anytime your mom, she has to step in and help
true.
a
I
grown
didn't
man
think
out.
about it that way.
And I'm team Todd to the very end.
That's
I am,
good.
but at the same time, I would
stay
have
on
to,
that side. No, just kidding.
No, serious. I would have to, agree with Mama Joyce in this situation. Like, I honestly feel like Todd should have stepped up and did that. Like, you have to learn how to balance both.
Okay.
But she's saying he's not busy. Candy's saying he is busy.
Yeah, I feel like he is busy. As much as I'm in the past, I've been kind of against Todd. I feel like it's not necessarily only Todd's job to... Candy could have set that up herself as well. The woman can do the same thing. Like, let's set aside some time for ourselves. It's both of our relationships.
But I think also, too, in relationships, like, sometimes you get annoyed. And then you're just like, I'm not doing this for him. Right. You don't deserve this. Yeah. No, thank you. Mm-hmm. But then it kind of is nice when someone does see from the outside, you guys love each other. What's the bigger picture? Like, that kind of brings relationships back together, and it helps a little bit. I'm not married. You're married. Am I right about that?
Yeah, for sure. And I think she was getting frustrated with just that he wasn't showering and he wasn't shaving, and she's just like, you need to take care of yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really, at first I was really thought it was a nice thing that Mama Joyce did this until she said they work so hard. At least Candy does. I was like, oh my God.
She had to find a way to
But
do something in there.
It was cute to finally see her like taking care of her grandchild.
Yeah,
and not
without
asking for it.
Yeah, exactly.
No
Without
excuses, no
asking for
complaints.
payments. Yeah.
So speaking of children, I don't know if you guys have heard of Primary, but Primary was started by two moms. Hopefully you guys know about Primary. It's fantastic, and if you don't know, now you will know. Yeah. Primary was started by two moms who wanted a place for kids' clothes without all the logos, slogans, and sequins. Primary offers stylish, basic clothes for babies and kids in awesome colors. It's super soft fabric, which is important, and
babies.
it's all under $25. Like, can you guys believe that?
That's awesome.
So everything that they have is under $25, which is great. It's affordable. It was inspired by simplicity. Primary offers the one essential version of everything a kid wears, from a footie to a tee, a cardigan to a polo, and it makes every size until your kid grows up. Wow. Primary's vibrant colors mix and match beautifully and will work with whatever else is in their closet. So that's like the best thing
awesome.
too. I always think like when you can blend, like, you know, you may have something super expensive, but then you blend it with something that's, you know, more or less expensive. Your kids are going to get dirty. Like, why spend $1 million on their clothes? So I think Primary is fantastic.
Yes.
Primary is the new go-to for the soft baby clothes in vibrant, solid colors without slogans like Little Slugger or Mommy's Little Genius. Whether you are color coordinating for the kids or for the family holiday card or selecting super soft PJs under the tree, Primary is the go-to for stylish basics in awesome colors and the softest fabrics. Primary stylish basics is in solid colors. It makes it easy to find exactly what you need for the kids for this holiday season. From the color-coordinated holiday card photo to the school choir performance to the annual new pair of pajamas under the tree, Primary offers free 90-day returns, which is fantastic because sometimes you just got to make a return. And we may not be parents. I mean, none of us are parents up here, but some of our hosts at the studios have tried it out on their kids, and they've ordered the clothes, and they absolutely love them. They said the process was so easy. There was a huge selection of clothes to pick from, which is important right now for the holidays. I know, like, there's a lot of gift giving and angel tree and donating to kids that are less fortunate. Like, this is a great gift that you can afford to buy, you know, for someone that's less fortunate, and you're not spending tons of money, and it's still cute, it's soft, it's fantastic. One of our hosts, Lindsay, which she's fantastic, love you, girl, got 3 pair of sweats and 3 Henley shirts for her son. She said they were perfect play clothes for her kids' preschool. And then another one of our hosts got a variety of different things. She got everything from PJs to leggings to blankets and baby hats, which I know have to look good on her kid. Everything was very soft, high quality, had great colors, easy to match, and can be used for everyday occasion. The website is super easy, and everything is under $25. Like, I don't know why I have to keep saying it, but I think it's like great
awesome.
that things are affordable because everything is so expensive these days. Plus, you can easily rebuy your kids' clothes because you're not spending that much. So as they grow, if you like that shirt, you can just buy it again. Our hosts could not get enough of Primary, and they look forward to buying them again and again. So you guys can go check out Primary. Visit primary.com/buzz and use our promo code BuzzNJ to save 25% off of your first purchase and free shipping. So go and get it. Love you.
25% off of less than $25.
And free shipping. And you can return it in 90 days.
That's awesome.
And it's soft. And it's comfortable. And it comes in great colors. And it's awesome. And it's under $25. Did we say that?
Yes.
25% off?
And 25%
Make sure you guys
off.
get it.
So yes, go to primary.com/BuzzNJ and you guys can get a discount.
Definitely.
So let's get back into the episode.
Okay.
Speaking of kids again, we had kind of a big situation happen, which it brought a lot of things to life. Like we talked about the Black Lives Matter, kids getting pulled over, or just people walking down the street, it could be anything, and they're getting gunned down for silly things. And we see Cairo, he's considered probably a privileged kid. He goes to a great college. His parents, you know, obviously take care of him and they care for him, but he decides to ride around in Atlanta with smoking weed, with his friends, and, you know, kind of going down the wrong road. So what do you guys think about the conversation Sheree had with Cairo, and what did you guys think about the conversation Bob had with Cairo?
Right.
I would have to say, you know, Sheree definitely. I think it was more personal and it was more real and genuine. Well, actually, I would say it was genuine with them both. But you know, starting off with Sheree, it's hard for a mom to, you know, try to, like, you know, mold you know, her son into being a man, because it is better, you know, actually hearing it from another father, because I'm pretty sure, you know, Bob has been in a situation like that before. You know, being a black man, being pulled over, doing immature things, especially at a young age. But I think Sheree, she definitely nailed it. I think it was more, she was, you know, sensitive with it, you know, and it just showed a lot of emotions. Like, you know, hopefully he was in that mindset, like, okay, I can't, you know, have my mom upset, like, you know, the way she is because of this situation. And so hopefully he learned something from that. But I think Bob just really nailed it as far as, like, you know, just informing him, like, yo, this, you can't, you know, make these type of mistakes or whatever. You have to, like, you know, learn from your mistakes and then hopefully move forward, just so you won't be in a situation like that. Because as we can see what's going on with police, you know, brutality, we don't want him to be another victim in that situation. So I think they both kind of did their part in trying to, you know, relay the message to him. So.
I think this is such an important conversation for two reasons. One, just like you said, the conversation that she had with Cairo was really good. I mean, as a mother, she is worried about him because literally, you know, you have to be worried about getting pulled over at this point, because you could be nothing could be wrong at all, and you could be shot dead right there on the spot. And that is a really scary like world to live in right now, but that is reality. So I think for her, it was good for her to express, you know, this could happen. And for him, he was saying, you know, I didn't think it would happen to me. And I think that's what a lot of people think, but that's why, you know, you have to be extra careful nowadays, which is really sad to say. But it's so scary. And then with Bob's side of things, I think that's another important conversation, because he talked about, you know, that it's okay to smoke weed, but basically he was saying, you know, do I agree with smoking marijuana? Yeah, I guess, because in his line of work in football, these guys are being prescribed opioids, and then they're getting addicted to them when marijuana's not legal across the country. So in the NFL,
until January 1st, ding ding. Well, here in California.
So the NFL, you know, bans the substance that is actually not as dangerous as some of the drugs that these guys are prescribed. So that was another, like, completely different conversation that he brought up. But what he was saying was it's okay to pass in like a social setting, and just, you know, it's just a really sad, you know, thing that happens now.
It is. Actually, Scott Patterson just made a good point. She or he, I can't tell. I honestly think Cairo needs real friends to pull him in the right direction. I think that plays a part in it as well.
Of course.
I mean, you are the company you keep, so, you know, hopefully, like he said, he was going to surround himself with, like, better people now.
And even Bob said it's okay to pass up, you know, the drugs that they're offering you. And, like, if you have the right friends, it won't be a problem to pass it up. Like, nobody's going to be like, oh. Like,
did you guys think he was being genuine about saying, I'll make better decisions? Or do you think he was just saying that to please his parents and move on?
I actually kind of think he was genuine about it, because I feel like when Bob got involved, outside of Sheree giving her input, I feel like he was like, oh, this is serious. Like, you know, my parents really care about me. They really care about this situation and my well-being moving forward. And, like, maybe he didn't realize it was serious at first, but then after, like, their reactions to it, he was like, wow, this is serious. So I feel like he was kind of genuine.
I just think he probably felt awkward, because you got to think about it. He's still 19, 20 years old. And when you're having a type of conversation with your parents, it's
on
like,
national television.
on national television, it's like, you know, I mean, I don't want to cry or, you know, do anything, you know, to mess up my reputation. So it's kind of like, I feel like he was trying to figure it out, you know?
Good answer. Yeah. Like, it's like, what can he say?
Yeah, right.
I'm going to smoke weed, Mom. You know, like,
and that's the thing, like, I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, okay.
Yeah.
But would I actually listen to them, though? I don't know.
I mean, now that's going to be a great discussion for parents because now that marijuana is passing in so many states now, which I think it's great.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Which Bob was pretty much saying, like, I can't necessarily punish you for this.
Exactly, because compared to some of the other things that people could use or that, I mean,
some people believe, like, weed is a gateway drug. So they may feel like if you start smoking weed, then you're going to start doing all those things Bob listed, Molly's, and this and that. Some people just don't know their limit, and that's the problem. But I think with all of the testing and all of the stuff, it's great that we finally have progressed this far to allow weed. And now that parents are actually having to have this conversation with their kids and are going to have the conversation with their kids starting January 1st. And, you know, it's a big thing because you have to know, like, when you're an adult and you're smoking weed, it's different because hopefully you're being responsible and you're doing it at a time that you're not having to be alert and you're, you know your limit. But when you're a kid, it's hard to engage and to know that. And first of all, I'm paying for your college, so if you get high and want to sleep in, or I need to send you extra money because you have the munchies every day, that's not good.
Definitely.
But, you know, so it's just like, I guess being open, and I liked Bob's conversation. I appreciated that he was more so coming from like a real standpoint.
Yeah, like he was actually in his shoes.
Yeah, like, and Sheree was more so like, don't make Mama sad.
Yeah, the mother.
And it was just like, what makes Mom sad? Everything could make Mom sad, you know? So, I mean, I'm glad that Bob, even with all of his sweat and glory, he was still able to have like an honest conversation. What are you laughing about?
You and Benson.
What did Benson say? What did Benson say?
Bob should have dotted that I.
He should have dotted that I.
Talking about Colorado.
But I think like with Bob, you can tell it was genuine because he was sweating super hard.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
I was always sweating
has a
though,
sweating problem. Yeah, that's what
he does
like.
for real.
It's not this situation. Bob is always sweating. So.
He didn't sweat at the vegan restaurant though, which was weird.
Actually, I think.
I don't think so. I just think when you have serious conversations like this, it's like, you know, as a parent, it can make you nervous.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that was the situation. Oh, he probably got
okay, they said, why hasn't Sheree paid Cairo's tag, though? She knows her son.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Right, exactly.
And then we saw like a lot of shady things in the comments that people were saying last week about Sheree charging people $5 for photo ops. And something else someone else said in the comments about Sheree being like super cheap and like charging people for stuff. So
yeah, but that's a great point.
Take that money and pay his tag.
Yeah, and that's how people are getting pulled over by stupid like
stuff.
Yeah,
blinker out.
Right.
You know, like.
And they're getting killed for that.
That's exactly.
I just want to give God praise because I've been driving around for like 2 months with expired tags, but I just got my tags.
All right. No,
yes.
The thing is,
you didn't get a tag. You didn't get a ticket.
I did not get a ticket.
Look at God. Wait, what'd you say?
I did the same thing though. I did the same thing. Yeah, but.
There you go. I mean, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, we made it.
I still have my
Tennessee.
at first I still have my Tennessee tags. So that would have been even like worse because I've been here for 3 years and I still didn't change over to California. I'm just saying.
I hope nobody's watching this.
It's too late now. I mean, they renewed.
So let's talk about another fraudulent activity. Peter arrives in all his peach and glory.
Right.
Oh my God.
I don't know, Peter. He just supposedly he's opening up another Bar One in Atlanta. Okay. He has Bar One in Charlotte. He has he's opening up Club One or something he mentioned to Todd. But it was interesting to see their reverence towards Peter in the industry and the restaurant like group and all of that.
Exactly.
But his have failed.
That's what exactly what I was thinking. Candy said something like, well, yeah, he's killing it, you know, like we should get some advice from him. And I was like, does Peter even have the success and the clout to be giving them advice? Like, why are you here trying to shed some advice on them when you're not even that successful. Like, you are maybe, you know, a couple months from being in the
you
hole.
seem like you're always struggling from what we've heard with the past with Cynthia, and she's always carried things.
Right.
And, you know, with her opening up the Bailey agency and all these things that she's done. And he's kind of depleted her financially with all of his hopes and dreams and ideas that have failed.
Right. Like,
And then he has the nerve to say Cynthia can't handle workload.
That's what I was thinking. So I feel like he thinks that the divorce has to do with their business relationship.
Right.
No.
And he's just oblivious to everything else that went wrong in their relationship and why Cynthia is really divorcing you. Like, I feel like he really has clued in on that conclusion.
Yeah.
Like, it was just our business that made us fail. That was all. And I'm like, wow, Peter.
What did you think about Peter arriving?
I mean, he's so desperate. Why is he even coming back on the show? And then he's just been trying to manipulate Cynthia this whole time. I still love her. She couldn't handle it. It's like he's done so many things wrong. I don't know where he gets off. It's exactly like you said. He thinks this is about the business and like their workload rather than the things that he's done. So I'm just...
And his stupid excuse all the time is, I love my wife so much. You should love your wife.
Right.
That's not something that you need to keep saying. Maybe you should start saying words like, I messed up.
Right.
What I did wrong. Because like you just said, it's not about the workload. It's about something someone's doing wrong.
Right.
And obviously, if she's tried to fix it and you guys can't get to it, you should at least take some kind of blame, or else you're really going to get a divorce. And then all of these divorces are happening.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know, it's just weird that, I don't know.
He just
Peter
wants to be on the show. It is so annoying. I can't believe he came back and then tried to give them advice. And
What advice did he give them, though? The only thing I heard was that, oh, you can have a day party out here.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
That was
right.
it.
I feel like he was low-key just
Checking it out.
Yeah, checking it out,
it-
seeing what's his
Yeah.
competition.
I
in a sense.
think
Yeah,
so,
I thought
too.
so, too.
Oh, you can fit 200 people in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
You can have a day party. Like,
Sure.
it
Let me
was
open up
nice.
an arena
It was
now.
just like,
And
oh, I see it.
he
I
was
see it.
the worst person to ask or to talk to Todd about and Todd brought up, which I know we just mentioned a little bit ago, about, I don't know if it's okay if me and Candy should be working together so
Right.
much.
Right.
Like, no, do not get advice from Peter on this
Right.
subject. Like, he is the worst. He just obviously told you, like, oh, she couldn't handle the workload.
Right.
You don't want that infiltrating in your mind. And then, obviously, Peter still talks to Apollo. He
Yes.
said,
Right.
what did he say, 2 to
the
3 times a month?
divorcees.
yep.
So it's just like, you are the company that you keep. You should surround yourself around people that are like-minded,
Right.
that are like
Happy
you,
relationships.
real relationships.
Yeah.
And maybe they're just not on Housewives of Atlanta, or not wanting to be on
Right.
Housewives of Atlanta. So
Basically, Todd just needs to do everything completely opposite of what Peter did.
Okay,
So
how
I
did y'all
think,
feel about Todd? Because I know I wanted to ask Candy that during the interview, like why she chose Todd when he's just a regular guy.
I had so many questions.
What is a regular guy?
Today when I was getting ready in the mirror, I wanted to ask her, what is the biggest misconception that you've heard about your relationship with you and Todd, and what would you like to bring to the light and make clear?
Right.
Because people have talked about finances and you carry everything and all of that. Like, I would love to know what maybe she can say, hey, no, Todd pays half the mortgage and like clear
Right.
things up, because obviously if you guys check out the interview again, you will see she has no filter and she was giving us all the tea and drama and just really being real and awesome. And so I think, she would be honest with that. So hopefully when she comes back, she would answer that question.
Well, I just feel like it was interesting that Todd was, he expressed like, well, she's the famous one. I'm not famous. I just play my role, and she's
What
the
is
celebrity.
your role?
Yeah, but that's what I wanted to ask her. Like, how does that work for her? Like, why did she choose a regular guy? But I just felt like it was interesting for Todd to actually admit it.
Right.
Like he didn't act like he was the celebrity or like, he was the wearing the pants in relationship. He kind of pretty much said Candy does wear the pants in a sense.
Yeah, she does.
He stepped back and, like, I'll give it to her.
What do you feel about that? Would you like to date anyone like that?
Oh, I feel like I'm going to I mean, I'm going through a process right now. So at first I thought I did want someone who was already established. So maybe not a Todd.
Yeah.
And now I'm going through something. I'm going through something where I feel like I might need not necessarily a Todd, but someone who is not necessarily all the way established, maybe on the same level as me, and we can grow together.
Okay.
So I don't know which one yet exactly. What do y'all think?
I don't know. I think you women are interesting just because you guys always say that you have these expectations of how what you I guess expect from a man, and you always say like, oh, I guess
wait really quick, someone said that Candy paid cash for the house and Todd pays all the utilities.
Somebody said Todd is rich in spirit.
Oh, okay. Anyways, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like women always try to mold their guy to being the I guess the ideal man that they want them to be.
Yeah.
So my thing is Todd, like, just because we don't see it, like, on camera on this show, we never know what Todd is doing. Like, but I hate that Todd did make that comment because it did made it seem as if he was like a house husband. But it is true, like, as far as like she is the celebrity, he's not. And I feel like that doesn't make him less of a man, just because of that situation, and it doesn't make them like not compatible. I feel like they balance each other out. I think Todd is doing as much as he can, just because hey, it is kind of challenging when you're dating someone that has more money than you.
Well, I like that point of view. I feel like I didn't look at it that way at first, but I do like that point of view coming from a man.
Yeah, because regular guys are winning nowadays. The guys with money is the one that's cheating on y'all.
That's true.
Don't say on y'all. Don't say on y'all now.
That's true. But no, I feel like at first I did want someone established, maybe possibly famous, but now I'm like, I'm kind of over it, and it's just like I need some. I mean, I would want to grow with somebody. I feel like that'll make it even better, or more, profound, stronger.
So if any of you guys are watching out there, this is a late night.
More money, more people.
More money, more people.
But
this is a late night conversation for you. If any of you guys are available, let Mo know, because now you guys know what she's looking for.
I have a little bit more criteria, but still, we'll start there.
We'll start there. So slide in her DMs. Show if you match the description. So Cynthia, it was a good episode for her. She's on the move. She's a woman on the move, making moves with or without Peter. And she's wanting to buy a house or sell her house.
She put up an offer?
She put up an offer for a house, which it was a beautiful house.
It really was.
The lake. But what do you guys think about the whole 6-bedroom situation?
I feel like that's that housewife thing. I feel like all of them, Chateau Sheree, Kenya, I feel like they all have these huge houses and no one lives in them. Yeah, no one lives them but them,
It's like what they've heard about in fairy tales and storybooks.
Exactly. They just do it for possibly the show.
What do you think?
I mean, same. I don't know who's going to be filling these rooms or this house, but it was so beautiful. Yeah. And I think when you just see something like that, you're like, I gotta
get
have
it, girl.
Yeah.
Get it.
And I think it was the location of the house too. I mean, it was right there by the lake, and it's peaceful.
Right.
Definitely.
It's really nice.
Definitely.
And it's cheaper to get those type of houses in Atlanta.
I know. She said it was almost $1 million for that house in Atlanta.
Just imagine how much it would be out here.
Oh my God. I know.
So, Cynthia did mention that Peter wants her to sell their old house, so that's why she's buying this house. She said he's not asking for much, but I would love to see their prenup. Do they have a prenup?
Yes, they do, because remember she was looking for it the past 2 episodes. I mean,
but wasn't it like a piece of paper or something?
I thought she was looking for her certificate of marriage, that they have to present at the wedding. Was it? I don't know.
No, that was before, but now she's looking for
the prenup.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yes.
And she was saying all of the documents of this have always gone missing.
Ah.
So she's well, and we know the marriage one wasn't on him, but maybe this one is. I don't know.
I can't. See, now she got offers now.
What?
Mo's getting distracted.
You are. See, look, Mo is getting offers. Come Tampa, get you a red bone down here, Tampa, Plant City, Palm Beach, or Miami. Ooh. All right, girl, you getting offers up the yin yang. So we talked briefly about the conversation with Todd and Candy at the group setting when they went four-wheeling. What did you guys think about Matt not showing up for his own surprise birthday?
Embarrassing.
Yeah, why would you still have that, like, get together?
Right.
I just
very
I think
embarrassing.
And also, the other thing about that is she didn't invite Cynthia, which I know we talked about, but that was just, you know.
No, I feel like Cynthia kind of put herself out of that. Because she was like, oh, I can't go.
Well, do you remember when she said, like, suddenly when you're single, no invitations, like, your invitation gets lost in the mail or whatever?
Right, definitely. Okay,
Which I definitely think was, if that's your friend.
Well, she invited
tell her
another
to come
friend.
anyway.
Her cousin, right?
Oh, was it her cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, RL's girlfriend is definitely pregnant.
Is she?
I don't know, but
That's what
just
I was
the fact
thinking,
that
too.
she just like, oh, guys, I can't go. I've just been feeling all. And I'm like, that's a pregnancy under the weather. Not a,
so?
Yeah.
I'm just under
check
the
it
weather.
out.
She's trying
I was
to-
thinking
Yeah,
that was
you
the
wouldn't have
first thing
came
I was
She's not gonna
thinking.
reveal
if
it.
you were
Yeah.
under the weather, like cold, flu type under the weather. You just
Right.
wouldn't have came at all. But you
Right.
came, and I could just see it in her face. It was just like,
So you're
Yeah.
predicting she's pregnant?
I am.
That
I
is
am.
the
I
first
am.
thing I thought of, yeah.
I thought a weird thing that happened was during their discussion, Candy gets a call and someone over the phone, which was Carmen, Candy's, oh my gosh. I don't know why in my head while I was watching it, I was like, now when I just reset, I was like, she is her assistant.
Okay.
I was thinking that Carmen was Phaedra's assistant
okay.
in my head.
Yeah.
So I was like, why is
she calling
Carmen
Candy?
calling Candy? So Carmen calls Candy, which was correct. Do not try to come for me, you guys. And lets her know that Phaedra...
Yes, Lena is pregnant.
Oh, you were right. Look at you.
Well, we don't know that for
Look on
sure, Ben, so
Instagram or
we'll find
Oh, maybe it's on her Instagram, yeah.
Right.
But Candy gets a call that
Oh, she is pregnant.
someone made a grenade bomb threat to Phaedra at
Yeah.
her office. Was
Yeah.
that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, well, I guess maybe just for all safety, she was saying, I need to get my mom and my kid out of there. And I was thinking, are your kids and your mom in your office?
Right.
So,
Exactly.
what do you guys think about this scenario? Do you think that it's 100% real? And do you think that, like, just with the scene, like, she's driving to go see a play, she gets a call
yeah, she's
about
like,
the
pull
grenade.
over.
She pulls over.
Yeah.
She's crying on the one-on-one, but she's not really crying in the car.
Right.
And she didn't really, like, I don't know. I would be like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
I'd be-
where do you even buy a grenade?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like, I
But why? Well, my thing is, why would she lie about that?
don't think she's lying,
Yeah.
but maybe, like, the chain of events and the timing. That
But at the
happened.
same time, how did this person get all the way up to her office? Because I'm pretty sure it's like, you know, on the top floor, and you have to go through security in order to get up there. So
Yeah.
that, you know, even makes sense.
It's funny that you asked that question because I was like, I can't believe something like this would happen.
Me
Yeah.
neither.
And
It's too
I
random.
would have like lost it. I would have been like, what the hell? Like, you got to be joking. Like, I would have
Yeah.
been freaking out. And she was like, you know, crying. So she was crying in her confessional, which makes me think that it might be true. But
Because it's after the fact in the confessional.
I've never seen people lie like they do on Housewives. And not just
Yeah.
Atlanta Housewives, but like past other Housewives series, people have lied about having cancer, all
Oh
kinds
yeah.
of things. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Check
Yeah.
that out on OC.
Yeah.
Well, I-
So
I read in an
I don't-
article that they said it was one of her like old clients. So maybe
Okay.
it was like a situation where, you know, maybe he lost the case.
That's
or,
what I was just
you
thinking.
know,
Like, who
he owes
was
her
it?
some
Why
money.
was it? What would you do?
Yeah,
I
someone
hear the
did
guy
say
with
that.
the grenade was a disgruntled client, but who knows with Phaedra?
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I
Definitely,
feel.
definitely.
But
And
if
then I know
that's
she
real,
said-
I'm sorry. Like, that is so scary, especially when you
It
have
is.
kids. And the guy said he was going to kill himself and anybody who got in his path and everybody in the building. So it's just like,
He was really.
That's
Well, they said the
just
guy's
awesome.
arrested now, so thank God.
Oh, good.
But, you know, hopefully he doesn't have any friends or family members that's trying to do the same thing.
I doubt it.
You know.
They probably think
I'm
he's
just
crazy too.
saying.
But she said, "Get in the house, put on the alarm with the kids." And I'm just thinking, if he has a grenade, the alarm is not gonna stop it. You know.
And
Get
why
the
would
hell
you
out of
go?
there.
That's, she made mention
gonna
like
blow up.
they need to get away and just go.
Right.
Why would you go home?
Yeah.
Right.
If this person knows you, they could possibly know where you live.
oh,
Like,
yeah.
they
People do
could-
their
oh,
research.
they
They don't just
definitely
show
know
up
where
and
you
like,
live.
oh, you know, like, this guy had a plan if this is the case. So
Yes.
get the hell out of the house.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and away from like Atlanta,
Right.
like maybe
Exactly.
drive a little bit and go somewhere else for a
Right.
little while. I don't know. It didn't seem 100% genuine.
Well, it was on the news.
It was on the news.
Okay,
Doesn't
yeah.
always make it right, but that, you know, she did say it was on, or Candy said it was on the news. So, I mean,
It
maybe
probably
it actually
was a
did.
crazy client.
Yeah, maybe it
Like,
actually did happen.
pretty
but
upset.
Or maybe Phaedra
agree
Pega
with
gotta do it.
I agree with Benson, Olivia, who says with her, who knows,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my thing. I don't know either.
So, I mean, what else was there happening? This is not even. I didn't think it was that great of an episode. It was to be continued.
Yeah.
So
They're still dragging us along.
we got a chance to
Well,
hear Apollo's voice
yeah.
for a little bit.
I know.
Speaking
Sounds
of Apollo, yeah.
He sounds super different. It's like he's actually reading or something.
Like,
Yeah,
you talk to
Like he's reading a book.
Yeah, he actually sounds a little bit educated, right?
Right? You know how they get when they.
Speaking of Apollo is supposedly getting married to someone else.
How?
I don't know how these people do
So
these
maybe
things.
can't get married in jail,
so
right?
maybe that's why Phaedra's stopping this. So maybe Phaedra was originally trying to get the divorce,
And now she's not.
and now she's not because
Someone
she's
was
like,
saying
Phaedra
that-
would not do that.
Someone was
I
saying,
don't know.
I saw in the chat that she wouldn't file a divorce because if she separates from him, then the police can technically question her and
Right.
try
That's
to get
true.
more information and stuff
right.
like that.
She can't testify if they're still married.
Exactly. So maybe she's trying not to stay out of it
Well,
because
and then
she's
he
hid the
can't
money in her
testify.
backyard,
Right.
and she knows all about it. Which that's my
Well,
concept.
and then he could testify against her too.
Oh, this is
So
too
if they're
much.
trying to get
Too much.
if they're trying to get her
Yeah.
for something,
Yeah.
he could, if they're not married, I guess, testify against her.
Yeah. And this
That's
is
a
an
smart
episode
thing.
of
I've
How to
never
Get
even-
Away with Murder.
So
No,
if
I'm
he's
just kidding.
getting married, then obviously he was cheating on Phaedra before he was in jail.
Exactly. And
For
the,
you to
and
know
the
somebody
wife,
enough to want to
if
marry them.
the wife or the girlfriend posted an Instagram photo of a ring made out of jail paper towels.
I saw that, but didn't know that it was Apollo.
Yeah, that's Apollo's
Jail paper
baby
towels.
mama.
Wow.
No.
Or wife or fiance.
So,
or
but you
whatever.
never know though,
No.
because if you ever watch that Netflix series, Making a Murderer, he gets engaged in prison. Like
Oh,
he
yeah, a lot
met
of people
somebody.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he met somebody. So, who knows?
I saw that and I was just like, who would do this first time?
Probably a
And
pen-
who
a
would
pen
be
pal.
proud of
You have
it?
to be, yeah.
A
She
pen
was
pal.
proud of it. She
One of
was
those
like, my
thirsty
baby
Atlanta
gave
females.
me a ring.
That's
Thirsty.
So
Yeah.
next week we get a chance to see Phaedra meets up with Apollo. Matt and Kenya have another scuffle, which I guess, I don't know why last week she thought it was so horrible for him to throw things and punch things and how could someone do that. And then this week she kind of was saying it like it was cute.
Oh, yeah.
Like he just likes to hit things and like throw things and
Yeah,
like
knock
I
things
feel like that's
over.
very
Over.
obsessive of
About
him
a picture
to be
with
mad
Jay-Z.
about a
Yeah.
Throwback Thursday. That sounds obsessive. That
Mind
sounds
you-
like I might
ridiculous.
beat you later on.
This is like
in the
the fourth
relationship.
time she's discussed that picture since she's been on Housewives of Atlanta. She loves. So I'm sorry, but I'm probably with Matt on this. He's probably like, stop
I'm sick of
posting
hearing
it,
about
damn
that
it. We
stuff.
already know that it's a Throwback Thursday at this
so
point.
funny.
Benson
Shoot.
says Apollo has been with his fiance since 2014. I
Ooh,
hear.
okay, so maybe you're right.
So he's
Wow.
been in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe when
OMG.
him
Maybe
and
they were friends.
Phaedra were going through like their
Right at the end
issues,
before he
and then
left.
right before he
Yeah.
went to jail, he needed a good chick to hold him down.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's sending her paper towel rings, and she feels the need that she needs to put
Show
that
it
on
off.
Instagram.
No.
Portia, which she wasn't really involved this much.
Yes, she wasn't.
This
Not
week,
this
much.
episode, yeah.
But we get a chance to see next week she's talking to her sister and her mom, and she wants a bigger house, even bigger than the one she already
For
had.
her family.
For her family.
That
Todd,
is not
another
existing
Todd.
yet.
Another
Yeah.
time.
Another Todd. So everyone just seems like they're just trying to find themselves this season.
Definitely.
But do you guys have anything else that we should add to the episode?
I
anything
would
else
say
you'd
that
like to
Kenya and
discuss?
Cynthia.
With the whole grenade situation, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the girls were like joking around with it.
Yeah.
Did you,
You think
notice
so?
that? Like,
Yeah.
I felt that Kenya was,
Kenya's like, that sucks.
Yeah. And
No, I
even-
feel like Kenya was kind of genuine about
I
it because she
agree.
said
In the confessional,
if
I thought she
anything would have
was.
happened to her, and she has these two beautiful boys,
Right.
like I just
No,
can't imagine.
I give it to
I
her.
would-
I think at
yeah.
first that they were like, what the hell? Because if your friends called you and told you that somebody took a grenade to their office, would you believe them? Because Candy she was like, it was on the news.
Right, and I feel
So-
like Candy was kind of worried in a sense, but she didn't want
Nah,
to
Kenya, I
act
feel like
too.
she was smiling with it too when
Well,
she
at
was
first
saying
I
I think
feel
she was,
like
but in
that's
the
Candy's
confessional.
nature.
Yeah, she is like that.
Yeah, but
But
I
it-
feel like in a way you could tell that she was worried, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. But I feel like at the same time it was like, this not necessarily my friend, so I can't act like I care too much. Like, I don't want to seem like I care too much because we're not that cool right now. We're not too much of friends right now. But wow, I can't believe this is happening to her.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think Kinga was sincere, but I just never think she
Oh, see,
is.
I thought she was in the confessional because she was like, she has these 2 boys.
But what about more than that? What about her life?
Well, she's not worried about Phaedra. She only cares about her kids.
I can't imagine. No, she said I can't imagine anything happening to her right now.
No, she did not.
She did say that.
But I know she's worried about the kids. I don't know if she's worried about Phaedra, but she's worried about the kids.
She ain't worried about Phaedra. Anyways, what does it say? What are they talking about? Candy does have a permanent smile. She really does.
Right.
Even when she's mad. Remember the flashback with Nene? She's like, what you not gonna do is yell in my face. That's what you not gonna do. Yeah. And so it's like, are you mad? Are you happy? Are you sad? You know, what really?
She probably has that fixed for TV.
She does.
This is what I need to do.
Well, I think we're all set for the week. You guys already know where to check us out, and on YouTube as well as on AfterBuzz.com. I want to remind you guys to go to primary.com and use our promo code BuzzNJ to save 25% off your first purchase and free shipping. I am your host, English Cleveland. You guys can always find me on Instagram at Pink English as well as on Twitter, English Speaks.
And you can find me online at Athletic.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at MOClassified. And I just want to tell everybody that interacted on YouTube today, y'all were the best. I just loved everything. Had me cracking up over here.
She gonna find a boo. And y'all can find me on social media. It's me, J Hart.
Someone said Candy was on AfterBuzz TV. Yeah, go check it out, boo boo. It's on our YouTube channel. It's the best. So go check it out. We can't wait to see you guys next week. Check you out. Check you out then. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.